Lucas Nation fans, welcome back to another exciting show here today. It is the weekend show, episode 101, with your host Katy Lucas. Welcome to today's show. Again, back in the studio from Mexico. Again, as you guys know, I went to Cozumel, Mexico for vacation, and now we are officially back here in the studio. Of course, we've got a good show for you guys today. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying your spring break. Again, if you had an awesome, rocking spring break, comment below. Let me know if you've been having a very fantastic spring break. Again, I've been having a really good spring break. I went to Mexico, vacation there, went to Carnival Cruise. Had a good time, had a couple of drinks, had a little bit too much tequila, and we really got it in, and we really had a rocking good time. So, again, vacation time, you want to take advantage of it. And well rested, we're back in the studio now. We're filming a lot of good stuff. Good news, Conviction is done in production. Thank you. So Conviction is officially done. June 22nd, 2018 is when the movie is going to be released for Daily Motion, YouTube, and possible Facebook. So again, if you guys are ready for that movie, just wait a little bit longer till June gets here. The movie is going to be released, and hopefully you guys hopefully you guys enjoy the movie, and hopefully you guys have a rocking good time enjoying the movie, because this is very new. This movie I wanted to do is completely new. It's so different. I'm really excited. I'm doing something different. I'm bringing out all the elements as seen in the trailer, animation style and new film style, all new for the movie. So can't wait for June 22nd. That movie is going to be officially released, as well as the video setup video. We're going to do a video setup video coming really soon. I'm kind of contemplating if I want to do it for spring or do I want to hold it off to the summertime. Comment below, what do you want to see? What do you want to prefer me doing that for the Lucas Nation fans out there? Just kind of anticipating a little bit. I'm not sure if I want to do it for the summer, make it a summer project, or make it a spring project. As of yet, we're still kind of contemplating on that. So stay tuned for that, because we're coming up really well for that. So moving on to our another news announcements here on today's show. Again, we've got some good things. I wanted to talk about this one show because I've been watching it all week this week. This show actually got me hooked. My mom actually got me hooked on this show because she watched it. And I know this show is a little bit old, but if you have a Hulu, this is for my Hulu people. Again, if you're Netflix, I'm really, really sorry, but this is more of Hulu. I have Hulu because of the rate that they're going at, and I think it's a good deal for the price of having Hulu. But Blackish is the show I'm doing right now. So Katy is the executive producer of the show and director. She's a really good director. And she really tells the story. Again, her show, Blackish, is not new. I can't say it's this new show because it's not new. It's been out for a while. But I want to talk about it because I've been watching it all week while eating dinner or doing something else or looking at some documents. I'm watching Blackish while doing it, which is weird because it's just weird how my workflow goes. But Blackish is that show that you want to see. It's really, really good. It's a really, really good show. I really do enjoy that show because it's just funny. And Anthony Anderson's funny in pretty much everything he does. The show's really, really funny. So I encourage you guys to go watch the show. In terms of Blackish, you should also watch Grownish. Same concept, but it's revolving the character of Zoe. Yara, her last name I just can't pronounce. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. But that's her own spinoff show from Blackish. She goes to college and she, does college. It's just not, it's not fake. It's just, what typical people would do in college. So I would encourage you guys to go see that. Go see the show. Grownish and Blackish, they're both on Hulu. So get it before they take it off. I don't know if Hulu's ever going to take those shows off, but, they might surprise you. So please go see those two shows because Blackish and Grownish is that good show. As we talk about our black directors and black executive producers, huge shout out to Black Panther, Marvel's comic movies by Ryan Coogler. So, Black Panther has finally reached $1 billion in box office sales. Very ecstatic. I knew the movie could do it. I am very, very happy that this movie has done it. I do want to say though, this could be, it can go either way with me, but I do want to say about this movie, I have a lot of people out there in the world who say that they don't want to go see the Black Panther movie because it's a black movie. Yeah, I know. So I am very appalled that some of the people that I know would say that. This movie is a great movie. whether you're black, white, purple, brown, red, yellow, orange. You should go see this movie because of the story and because of the African culture and because of what Ryan Coogler and Marvel put together for visual effects. Don't say I don't want to see Black Panther because it's a black movie. It that is so it's typical and it's ignorant for people to say that. And I'm not a racist. I never think of racist views, but that really makes me mad when I see uh, white Caucasian people, white people say that. It really does make me mad because we are in 2018. This is not 1920s, 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. This is 2018. You have to wake up and smell the roses, smell the roses and smell the coffee as well because 2018 is that era where you're letting creative people be creative. You should not think about this movie, oh, it's Black Panther, it has black people. I shouldn't go see this movie. That's not. You shouldn't think that way. I really do hate it when people say that. People say that either out there in the community, here in campus, and even my job. Some people have said this. It really pisses me off because it's sad to me that you think that way, and you really shouldn't think that way. Um, and that's what I want to say about that because it really makes me nuts. It drives me crazy because you shouldn't think that way. This movie, yes, it's African culture. Yes, it has black majority leading black people. But who cares? Why do you think that? Who cares? I love Chadwick Boseman in every movie that he does. Lupita Nyong'o, gorgeous chocolate bar. And you know, she's so gorgeous. I like it when they bring people like that together because they're really good at what they do and they tell a story and they really hit it off. Now, some people say that some of the visual effects wasn't that great. Some I can see some of the scenes is like okay they could have done that better. Now I'll be honest with that. But my main focus was don't say you don't want to see Black Panther because it is a black movie. Don't say oh I'm just saying it because it's a Marvel movie. Really understand the culture of Black Panther, and that's why I ride Wakanda forever because you're really understanding the story, and that's all what people are trying to sell you. It's the story that you buy a $10 ticket to go see this movie because of the story. So I just had to get that off my chest because that pisses me off. I'm sorry, y'all. It really does piss me off when people be like that. It really makes me mad. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we got a lot more to talk about. Stay tuned. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the weekend show with episode 101. Of course, season 11. Let's get it. So, every show I do, I want to talk about tech, and I'm going to talk about tech on today's show. Again, I installed the new Google Assistant. So you guys know where this is coming from. Of course, this is a tech show. Kind of, we're gonna do a more in depth for the Lucas Tech Show, but for the weekend show, I want to kind of briefly talk about the Google Assistant. Um, Google, a couple questions for you. If Google somehow is watching today's show, I don't get it. I still have Google Assistant because I do like how fast Google Assistant works compared to Siri, but you guys got a lot of bugs you gotta fix. For an example, I went to the gym with my brother because you guys know I'm trying to get swole here. You guys know that me and my brother work out. You see it all over my Instagram account. Follow my Instagram, by the way. So we went. I showed him Google Assistant because we were just talking while we were doing a planking. We were just talking, and I told him about Google Assistant, and my brother's very smart. If you're wrong, he's gonna prove you that you're wrong. That's just how Ryan is. So we tested Google Assistant, and Google Assistant, I gave an example of, hey Google, text Ryan. So Google Assistant will have your contacts. Now with Ryan, I have multiple contacts because he has two phones. One is just his play phone, then one is his serious phone. So I have two phones and I say, no, okay Google, text that number. And then you say, hey, we're working out, or hey, you want to go get something to eat later. Then it reads what you say, and then it says, okay, are you ready to send this message? I say, yes, Google, send it. To me, what Google does on my phone, it goes to the text message. I don't want to say the message application, but the text on your phone, and you have to physically press send to send that message. That's a huge bug because with Siri, and Ryan tested this out. Ryan did the same thing for Siri, and he said, "Hey Siri, text Lucas. My middle name's Lucas, as many of you guys know. Text Lucas and say, hey, you want to go get something to eat?" And then Siri will ask, "Okay, are you ready to send this message?" And then he says, "Yes," and it sends directly. As compared to Google Assistant, I can do the same thing, but I have to go physically into the message and press the send button for that message to send. I think that's a huge bug because in their commercials, they're marketing it as, "Oh, I can't respond while I'm driving," but say, "Hey, Google, can you send this message?" And then, it's supposed to just send automatically, not, oh, you have to physically press the send button. It's really no purpose because Siri can send it automatically. What I noticed too, and if you guys agree with me, let me know. And if there's a way to fix this, please let me know because I may not know. Google Assistant, you have to open the app for it to work. I can't just say to my phone, here's my phone. I can't say, "Hey Google," it won't work. I have to physically open. I'll show you. I have to go. I'm opening my phone right now. I have to go over to Google Assistant. Google Assistant. If you guys can see it. So Google Assistant's right here, and all I have to do, "Hey Google, what's the weather like today?" Okay, I have my headset in, but see, and that works. That works in letting you know your Siri. But I have Alexa. I do have Alexa for this, and as my Alexa is trying to come on right now, I have that. So it's just, I wish Google will fix their some of their bugs they have on here because it doesn't make sense that the message I have to say physically, "Hey, hey Google, send a message to Ryan." Of course, with Ryan, I have multiple contacts. And my message is, "Hey," and then sometimes I gotta type it in. So again, Google Assistant is great, but there's a lot of fixing that it needs to do. I tried it for searching up Wikipedia and stuff like that. That works perfectly. But see, the thing is, with my Echo Dot, I can still do the same thing. So I just really hope Google bring out elements that's different from Echo Dot or that's different from Google Home or HomePod. Even HomePod now with Siri, you can do the same thing. So it's just what Google, you have to make this different. You can't make it the same because it kind of defeats the purpose with Siri. I can do the same things that Google Assistant can do. I can do the same thing with Siri, and then sometimes Siri is faster than Google Assistant. So it's efficiency. You see, it has to be efficient to the fan base, Google. If you guys haven't already heard it already, my third album has been out for a while. Poetic Soul is now available for SoundCloud and YouTube, so please go out and listen to the music, listen to the album, let me know what you think. Of course, we're gearing up for Red Values album. Again, it's coming out really, really soon, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it because that is that music. The new rap style we're thinking about doing for our fans out there, so hopefully you guys been enjoying it. Of course, as we work with many artists here at Host Group Studios, we're doing a lot of things here. Especially in Atlanta, we're doing a lot of good things. So stay tuned for everything that's coming out. Again, we've got some sort of good news and sort of sad news. So let's get the sad news out the way. Our beloved Stephen Hawking has passed away at age 76. Of course, if you guys don't know who Stephen Hawking is really, really smart genius. The world's genius, America's genius is what we like to call him. He dies at 76. We heard news that he died on Monday. It could have been Sunday, but we heard it on Monday that he has passed away. So I want to give my condolences to his family, his fans, his friends, and his colleagues that he worked with. Very, very smart, brilliant guy, and he will be missed. So rest in peace, Stephen Hawking. Of course, we're going to talk about some other good things that's relating to Katy Perry. So Katy Perry has kissed a 20-year-old teenager. Now, I've seen video, I've seen photos. I don't know what Katy Perry is thinking. I don't know if it's just that time where it's, you're getting that attention, you need that attention, but and not, her musics are good. I like her music, but I don't really know what to think of that. I don't really know what to think of you kissing a 20-year-old when you're. I don't want to say that she's old. She's not old, but she's a little bit older than what she was. So I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's a little bit weird. I think it was just an attention grabber. I mean, that's what a lot of people do. They do exotic things to get their attention, to get their news out there, to get their name out there. I don't know really know how I think about that, but it's just kind of weird. Katy Perry, if you're somehow watching today's show, I don't know your logic. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if it's just you just time crisis or I don't know what's going on. But hopefully you get a little bit better. A lot of people are appalled. I kind of am appalled because you know even though he's 20, even though he's practically an adult, it just kind of you got to set the bar. You got to set your standards to yourself, and it's just like to me, it's just kind of weird. I don't really know what she's thinking on that aspect, but hopefully she gets better. Of course, um, hopefully you guys are ready for it. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend, and please follow all of our social media accounts in the link description below. This has been the Weekend Show, episode 101, with your host Kennedy Lucas. I'm Kennedy Lucas, logging out.
RenderForest.com